The Dutch is Virgo.
Okay.
They are the main characters. They're very intelligent.
Oh yeah, y'all 100% not Pisces.
Yeah, no,
Far from it.
I mean,
No.
they like the water. They like the water.
Nah. They really blunt, straightforward.
Right.
They really like low key in their own box.
Yeah.
Don't bother them until they bother you type of people.
Yeah.
You know.
They know how to survive things.
Yeah. Very organized. Like you was mentioning the plan.
A Virgo.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. What we got today, Steve?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
On paper, the Netherlands shouldn't be an e-commerce heavyweight. It's one of Western Europe's smallest countries, roughly the combined size of Connecticut and Massachusetts, with a population barely over 18 million. And yet, a disproportionate share of Europe's digital commerce ecosystem was built here, from the infrastructure that powers online transactions to the platforms and brands shaping how people shop. The Dutch have built the payment processing company powering online shopping, the world's largest online travel platform, the largest online file transfer service, and a plethora of exciting startups ranging from direct-to-consumer products to online supermarkets to marketplaces reinventing how buyers and sellers connect. So it begs the question, how does a country smaller than South Carolina keep producing the companies and the infrastructure that power online trade?
Let's talk about some. Okay, so we know the Dutch, they're smart people.
Facts.
They're good with water. They're good with urban planning. Now we're talking about e-commerce.
Mm-hmm.
What are the popular majors in the universities? Is it STEM? Because that's what I'm starting to gather from the Dutch. Like, they are really good at organization. I don't know if y'all deal with astrology over there in the Netherlands, but if I was to guess, the Dutch is Virgo.
Okay.
They are the main characters. They're very intelligent.
Oh yeah, y'all 100% not Pisces.
Yeah,
Far from it.
I mean, no, they like the water. They like the water.
Nah. They really blunt, straightforward.
Right.
They really like low key in their own box.
Yeah.
Don't bother them until they bother you type of people.
Yeah.
You know.
They know how to survive things.
Yeah. Very organized. Like you was mentioning the plan.
A Virgo.
Pretty
Despite the water would make them a Pisces. But yeah, let us know. Like, what do y'all push in school? Do y'all push y'all children to major in tech, STEM, all of those things? Because it's not giving fine arts at all.
And I'm definitely going to be in the comment section looking to see that response, because I'm highly curious. Because there are certain other locations, for instance, in the Asian community, they will push their children to be nurses or doctors in such a way. Like in a very more heavy way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they all believe that's where the route they got to go. So I'm curious to know, just like you're curious to know, what is it for you all to be successful, like really successful in the family?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Explanation can't simply be size. Sure, bigger markets tend to produce bigger companies, but the Netherlands has fewer people than the Paris metro area, a smaller economy than Poland, and, unlike the US or China, no vast domestic market of hundreds of millions to help companies scale. So, the answer must lie deeper. Something about the country itself that makes online business easier to scale than anywhere else. The real explanation comes down to 4 structural advantages. Let's start with geography. The country sits at the heart of Europe's wealthiest consumer corridor, the so-called Blue Banana, stretching from Manchester to Milan. Within 500 kilometers of the Dutch border live 170 million consumers. Widen that radius to 1,000 kilometers and the number jumps to 244 million. From a single warehouse in the Netherlands, a parcel can reach London, Paris, Frankfurt, or Brussels within 24 hours by road. It's why companies like Nike and Samsung base their European distribution hubs here. One warehouse can serve half the continent overnight. That geographic advantage is amplified by infrastructure. The Port of Rotterdam is Europe's largest seaport, moving more than 397 million tons of cargo in 2024, far ahead of Antwerp and Hamburg, which
See, that's what I was going to ask. How much cargo y'all bringing in? That's a lot. And you know they got money in the Netherlands, too.
They got money in Europe.
Period. So I can understand why all these big brands are, making sure that they are eating here when it comes to making, distribution.
Yeah. And y'all know we speaking slang over here on the channel, okay? You just gotta keep up.
Keep up.
You don't mean eating food.
What'd I say?
You said eating here.
Y'all, come on. That's a lot of cargo.
Rotterdam is Europe's largest seaport, moving more than 397 million tons of cargo in 2024, far ahead of Antwerp and Hamburg, which together handled around 340 million tons. 40 minutes north, Amsterdam Schiphol Airport ranks as the continent's fifth largest cargo hub, handling 1.49 million tons of freight in 2024, an 8% jump as global e-commerce volumes surged. Together, these two hubs form something unique. A half-hour drive between Europe's biggest seaport and one of its biggest cargo airports, both plugged into the same national logistics grid. A dense network of roads, railways, and inland waterways that pushes goods deeper into Europe faster than almost any competing route. The digital infrastructure is just as good. Almost every single Dutch household has access to high-speed internet, among the highest rates in the European Union. The Dutch don't just have the tools. The instinct to trade is built into the country's DNA. For more than 4 centuries, the Netherlands has been a trading economy. The Dutch East India Company, founded in 1602, became one of the world's first multinational corporations. It pioneered shareholder ownership, created the first modern stock exchange, and built one of the earliest global supply chains, coordinating ships, warehouses, and financing across continents. That legacy still shapes how companies operate today. Businesses are built with cross-border distribution in mind from day one. The domestic market is simply too small to be the end goal, so founders default to designing for export. Communication is famously direct, hierarchies are loose, ideas are debated openly, and decisions tend to move quickly. For tech startups in particular, where rapid iteration is everything, that cultural wiring compounds into a real competitive edge over more hierarchical European markets. The nation also consistently ranks at the top of global English proficiency. It has placed first among non-native speakers 7 times in the 15-year history of the EF English Proficiency Index, and it has never fallen outside the top 3. That removes a friction most European founders can't avoid. Every product page, help center article, and customer email can be written in the working language of internet commerce from day one. Let's frame it with a simple analogy. Imagine you run your own clothing brand.
Okay.
You outsource production to a factory in Tunisia, Morocco, or Egypt. These locations are appealing because labor is cheap and they're geographically close. But importantly, they sit outside the EU. When those finished garments arrive in the Netherlands, you don't have to pay VAT at the border. Instead, the Dutch government offers a powerful cash flow tool called Article 23. It lets importers defer VAT on goods coming from outside the EU. Rather than paying VAT up front and reclaiming it later, you simply record it on your periodic VAT return. For high-volume e-commerce businesses, that shift from paying immediately to declaring later is a major cash flow advantage. And this isn't standard across Europe. In many EU countries, importers must pay VAT immediately at the border, locking up capital for weeks or months. The Dutch system avoids that entirely, giving e-commerce companies far more liquidity to reinvest in stock, marketing, or growth. When customers place an order,
yeah, bro, they say just pay me on the end. It almost sound like taxes.
Child, babe, we need to go move to the Netherlands.
We need more reasons.
Start a business.
To start a business is hard. That's hard. I like that.
What?
Yeah. We're gonna get everything,
A
done
country,
and done.
a country that cares about its small business owners.
Mm-hmm.
That's not to say that this country doesn't. It's just
It's good to hear it though.
That's a good system.
Yeah, because everybody else is suffering. They got to pay up front.
You're not getting this package. You
They
got my
giving
money.
it to you. Yeah, we got to do an exchange. And they say they're big on trading, but for some reason, for them, it's like we're gonna trade everything that we got on the back end when it comes to revenue. Y'all, everybody else, we need that up front.
Payments flow smoothly and stay compliant with EU rules because the Dutch Central Bank was one of the first to issue licenses under the updated Payment Services Directive. That single license then passports across all 27 EU member states, meaning you can handle payments for customers anywhere in the European Union without needing separate approvals in each country. And while passporting is an EU-wide mechanism, getting the license in the first place isn't equal everywhere. The Dutch regulator moved early, acted quickly, and built a reputation for being predictable and founder-friendly, giving Dutch payment companies a head start in scaling across Europe long before competitors in countries with slower, more conservative regulators. I could go on about the rest of the policy stack, from generous R&D incentives to corporate tax on qualifying IP dropping as low as 9% for companies building payment tech and fraud detection tools, or the liberal hiring rules that give highly skilled migrants a major tax break. But at the risk of sounding like a government spokesperson, the point is simple. The Dutch are doing this a lot better than most of their peers. The Netherlands shows what happens when all these key components point in the same direction. It becomes a prototype for the digital-first economy most countries are still trying to build. When the physical world moves quickly, the digital world compounds even faster. And in the Netherlands, both are engineered to accelerate one another. It's a reminder that e-commerce isn't just about websites and warehouses. It's about the environment that surrounds them. And few environments are as deliberately built for e-commerce as this one.
All right, y'all, we're gonna stop it right there. Make sure you guys go check him out. So
it just seems that they support founders and small business owners and entrepreneurs. Like they really,
it do sound,
it sounds like a good system. Especially other things that we have heard that happens in other countries and things that happens here, especially with. I'm not going to get into the U.S. right now, but it just sounds like a good system.
Sound like
that works. Like they're supported.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It sounds like the Netherlands is not in no debt or nothing.
I want to know the statistics when it comes to business owners. Like, what is the percentage of people who excel versus the ones who don't, and what are the reasons that they don't? Because there's no way you can't win when the government is backing you like this.
And they lead by example.
Right. And the geography. Like you could go here, you could go like imagine an entrepreneur who gets online to promote their products to surrounding countries, surrounding areas. Like they could get it
works
so fast. Like
and it works. Yeah.
Same day shipping. Love it.
24-hour shipping. It sounds like great money management compared to poor money management. And when you have great money management, there's a system in place for the people, the young entrepreneurs coming up, to thrive quicker. Because, like I said, the Netherlands are leading by example on how to have great money management. Because look at everybody they're working with, who's benefiting off of them, even though not everybody get that same incentive when it comes to, I guess you could say, making purchases on the same day and you have to make the payment for it compared to other people making purchases on the same day and they can pay it on the back end, right? So it just makes sense for them and how they're operating. So
yeah, we love to learn about success stories. We do know of the company. What is it? No, that's a different company. But we do know about some of the brands that have come from the Netherlands. So send in some success stories, all right?
Big on articles. Big.
Yes. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.